Twice as many. What does that mean? Twice as many means that one item has 2 times as much as the other item. For example, group 1 has twice as many dogs as group 2. Group 2 has 2 dogs. Group 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that group 1 has twice as many dogs as group 2 because 4 is twice as many as 2. You can write that like this. 2 times 2, or doubled, is 4. When you double the number 2, you get 4 because 4 is twice as many, or 2 times as many, as 2. So group 1, which has 4, is twice as many, or 2 times as many, as group 2, which only has 2. Group A has twice as many unicorns as group B. Group A has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unicorns, and group B has 3. Group A is twice as many because if you double group 2, which is 3, then you get 6. 6 is twice as many as 3, and group A has twice as many as group B. How many minions does group A need to have in order to have twice as many as group B? Group B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions. So in order for group A to have twice as many as group B, if you double group B, you would get 10. Because 10 is twice as many as 5. So we would need 10 minions. Group A now has 10 minions. 10 is twice as many as 5. So now group A is twice as many as group B. Which sport had twice as many votes as softball? Softball had 5 votes. So in order to figure out what sport had twice as many votes as softball, we would need to double softball. 5 doubled, or 5 times 2, is 10. 10 is twice as many as 5. So which sport had 10 votes? Soccer. So which sport had twice as many votes as softball? Soccer had twice as many votes as softball. Here's another question. Dogs had twice as many votes as what other animal? This question works backwards. It kind of is a flipped version of what we just worked on. Before we asked which one has twice as many as another one. Now we're saying we know that dog has twice as many as another type of pet, and we have to figure out what type of pet that is. So some type of pet doubled is the same thing as how many votes that dogs had. So dogs had 8 votes. So we have to figure out what doubled equals 8. 4. Because 4 plus 4, 4 times 2 equals 8. So what pet had 4 votes? Rabbits had 4 votes. So when it says dogs had twice as many votes as what other animal? It had twice as many votes as rabbit. You also can get that answer by looking at the graph, because you can see that the votes for rabbits are exactly 1/2 of the votes for dogs. Because you could do 4 plus 4 to equal 8. It's just another way you could look at it. On this graph, you could also see that hamsters had 5 votes and cats had 10. So hamsters had half as many votes as cats did, or you could say cats had twice as many votes as hamsters did. Here's another question. At least. What does that mean? At least means no less or at the minimum. For example, circle the groups that have at least 3 reindeer. So what that means is it needs to have 3 or more, because it can have no less than 3. It has to be 3 or higher. So at least 3 is 3 or higher. So when I look at these, this is not 3 or higher because there's only 2 reindeer. This group is at least 3 because there's 3 or more. There's exactly 3 in there. This group has less than 3, so it is not at least 3. This group has 5, so because it's more than 3, it is at least 3. Circle the groups that have at least 6 snowmen. That means 6 or more snowmen, 6 or higher, no less than 6. I can automatically see that this one and this one have less than 6, so that would not work. This one has 2 groups of 4, which is 8, so that is at least 6. This one has 2 groups of 3, that's exactly 6, so that works. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is less than 6, so it is not at least 6. This one definitely has more than 6. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is at least 6. In fact, that's twice as many as 6. So remember, at least 6 snowmen would be 6 or more snowmen.